Charles, you have a Cobb Vanth shirt on, I think.
That has to be the opening monologue of this episode. Was Charles trying to talk, and each person just on him.
I can't say a word.
I'm done. Ah!
I'm trying to bring us back to Pet Peeves 4, and it just keeps on going away and further.
That's the pet peeve.
Let me pull
We're
it back
so
in.
peeved about it, though.
That's the pet peeve. Your pet peeve is that you can't get a word.
Yeah, you're so peeved right now.
You guys are doing like a side episode that's like a separate episode of what we're supposed to be doing. We can do another episode.
No. It's because James Coleman is a pet peeve of all of ours.
You drinking a glass of milk?
Welcome to another episode of 5 Idiots Talking Toys. We're going to revisit a topic that we haven't done in quite some time. It was a popular one the first 3 times we did this topic. It's not a specific topic. It's wide open for all sorts of thoughts and aggravations and pet peeves and what did Chris used to say? Grinding gears. I think somebody said that. Maybe not Chris, but it's time for pet peeves number 4 on 5 Idiots Talking Toys. Let's bring in Charles right now because Charles, this is your topic of the week.
This is my topic. A pet peeve of mine of the show is when we're supposed to log in on time and someone says they're going to be there and they don't actually make it on time.
Mm-hmm. Usually that's me, but tonight we're joining Chris on his journey.
So
through Long Island.
He is my pet peeve for tonight.
But don't worry though, he does not have an empty stomach after his son's baseball practice or game. He did have time to stop for ice cream before he went to pick up his collection. John, how do you feel about that?
John,
have you had ice cream today?
You have to have a pet peeve about the show.
I just got home right before we started recording.
Did you stop for ice cream?
No.
Oh.
I booked it here so I could be on the show on time and get everything started.
So that's your pet peeve?
Right.
I don't know. I'm going to have to see what the pet peeves are and see if I agree or disagree with them.
Right. Okay. Brandon, did you recently have some ice cream tonight?
No, I had some yesterday.
Okay.
My pet peeve is when Shane doesn't know who actually has grinding gears.
That's Brandon.
Who said that? Was that Brandon? As soon as I said grinding gears, like when I remembered what I wanted to think of, I knew it was Brandon, but I was already committed, you know?
You know what really grinds my gears?
I know. You were like, grinds my gears.
It's when Shane screws up on the grinding of gears.
That's Brandon. John he doesn't have one yet, but I'm going to give him one. His pet peeve is when Shane switches the titles.
Yeah.
After he already makes them.
Right.
Oh, man, that's not gears grinding, dude. That is wheels falling off the car.
Wheels coming off.
Like, literally no wheels left. The car is careening down the mountain, flipping over.
Yeah. I've pretty much given up on that. So,
well, it was a small thing in reality, like a small, quick change. But you know, we've all talked about it before. We're trying to get some toy names in the titles that people might search for, and
if I can do the
Shane stealing his children's toys is not a very good search term. So
if I can do the same thing in reverse, Shane's pet peeve is that John uses stuff that's unsearchable. Like Shane buys wrestling figures. Right. Brandon has a whiff.
Right, like
it's the title of the friggin' show.
Chris joins us with diarrhea, and Brandon is drunk again, and Charles is eating Captain Olay chips or something.
Charles is sipping on Colon Blow.
Right. Like it's like Chubby Charles Bean Sacks eats Captain Olay chips. Like that's the title.
John went to Long John Silver and had the fish dinner before logging on late episode.
And he also got a toy.
That's Shane's pet peeve about the show.
Yeah.
Well, no, that's not like a pet peeve just because, well, I guess maybe it is. Is it something that...
Oh, it is.
A pet peeve is something that bothers you when you see it, right?
Oh, it is.
It doesn't have to be a big thing. It just has to be like a nagging thing or a small thing it could be.
Speaking of pet peeves, so let's move the show along a little bit.
Yeah. It's really pissing me off.
Are these pet peeves
the
about...
The title of this episode is John Gets Pissed Off at Shane's Pet Peeve.
So I will start. So we've done 3 episodes of this. The last one we did 2 of them 3 years ago. The third one was 2 years ago. And they usually do really good because it's just searching around Facebook and the internet and just things that just really bother you. So the last thing I've seen that really bothered me was some guy. He was selling a graded figure and then a loose figure, and he was asking $175 for it plus shipping. And then he kind of like separated and said, the value of the graded figure is $150, and the value of the loose figure is $25. So that's why I'm asking $175. Like,
it's not a deal.
There's no deal to it at all.
Oh, that was a deal or no deal?
No, that was a listing.
Oh, you're saying like it was not right.
There's no deal in buying both of them.
Gotcha.
There's no bundle.
Yeah, that was a listing, and like he's basically saying like, "Hey, this is worth $175. I want $175." Like no one wants to see that. They want to see this is worth $250. I want $150. Like
right, like or even like this graded figure is worth $150. If you buy it, I'll throw in the loose figure. Something like that.
Like something like some kind of deal. But like lately, I've been seeing stuff like this usually sells for $50. I want $50. Like, that's not the market right now.
Yeah, that sounds like somebody. Never mind. We all know somebody like that.
Who?
When he does his sales,
yeah,
is like this. If this is worth $325, in 2021.
That's another pet peeve of mine.
Well,
if you have to say how much something's worth and show clips and like screenshots of what it's worth and then what you're asking, it's too much. Like you already know it's too much right now.
Right. If you have to have 4 eBay tabs open in order to sell something live, and put eBay on the screen,
exactly.
If you have to justify why you're
right.
It's basically justification on why you're putting the price the way it is.
Because you know what? Let's say you've got 40 people watching you, right? Let's say 10 of them are novice collectors and have no idea what it could even be worth. Those people can go to eBay right away during the live sale and figure it out for themselves. They don't need to stop. You don't need to stop the sale and justify the piece.
And they justify it by showing the highest sold item.
Yeah, of course.
And there's a lot of anomalous stuff going on there with those highest price sales.
If somebody asks a question in the live sale and says like, "Oh, I've never seen that before. I don't even know what to bid. I don't know what it's worth." I mean, then you can kind of say like, "Well, like it usually goes between this and that and that." Like that's as much as you have to say.
Between $5 and $372.
I have a lot of pet peeves, so if no one else is going to go,
right.
Keep going.
I'll just keep on firing.
It's been such a long time since we've done this episode that I'll probably pick pet peeves that I had from before, and I'll just say them again because nothing ever really changes on these groups. I've noticed it's always the same thing over and over and over again, and that's probably because there's new people buying stuff and they're doing the same things over and over and over again.
There's new things. There's new there's new buyers too, and that's another pet peeve of mine.
Well, that's the thing is that there's new buyers.
Etiquette.
So they do the same exact thing. I still see people trying to sell stuff on other people's listings. To me, that drives me crazy still. Yeah. That was one from before. I see that all the time still. That hasn't changed. The people talking shit about the item that gets listed on there drives me nuts. That happens on our page too. People will be like, well, I think that this is like, well, it's not an opinion post.
Delete.
It's a sales post.
Yeah.
So please keep your comments to yourself. I don't go over there bad mouthing your house saying it needs a new coat of paint before you're trying to sell it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's my pet peeve. People just butting in on the posts when you're listing stuff for sale, like saying, and it still happens on every single post I've seen. There's always a comment on there like, well, I think that this, or I think that. Usually on the deal or new deal ones, that's where I see those.
Yeah. Can I throw in a pet peeve too about some sales stuff? I got hot a couple weeks ago. You guys remember that probably. This guy, first of all, he claimed some figures from Rogue 5. And then he didn't claim them outright. He said PM sent. And I always, whenever there's a PM sent on a sales post, I know there's going to be trouble. So he PM'd me. He goes, hey, friend, how about $80 for these? And I was like, nope, it's $85. I don't care if it's $5 difference. It's $85 plus shipping. I don't care if it's $5 difference. It's the principle of the thing, right? And he said, okay, how about there's something else that went down that really, really grinded my gears. And at least once a week. You should see me at work this week. It's been a nightmare. I'm the boss this week. So anyway, then he did something. I can't even remember what it was now, but it got me so mad. And I said, nope, no more sales. I'm not selling it. I closed down the sale, everything, because he just kept going. And I was like, no, I'm not. I returned his money and everything. So he wanted me to throw in another figure for free or something and sent me the money. He said, how about you throw this R5 figure in? And then he sent me the money and I returned it to him.
Really?
And I closed down the sale.
Oh, see, I'm going to speak for Chris because he's not here, but I think if that was Chris, there's no chance he's returning the money. And he just goes, no, I'm not throwing in anything for free. You bought what you bought and I'll send it out tomorrow.
Yeah. No.
But
he already paid less than what the deal was.
Oh,
so
okay.
he paid the whole amount. Yeah. Yeah. So I refunded him his money and closed down the sale.
I'm not on the pages as much as I used to be, but like whenever I am on, these type of posts are on all the time. It's like my daughter's birthday is next week, selling some of my collection. Like,
who cares? Nobody cares.
Did you see my post today about the toothbrush that I posted for sale?
No.
I posted a toothbrush for sale on Rogue 5, and I said, Chris, Chris knows who this going. Chris should know who this goes to because he said something about somebody needing to brush their teeth. And it was somebody that was selling their collection because they needed to get work done on their teeth. And Chris said, how about he just brushes his teeth? Remember that? So I was like, oh, well, I'm going to list this toothbrush and see if that guy buys it.
Oh my God.
But I'm like that, the reason of like my daughter's birthday, I'm getting like work done on my teeth. I have a house emergency. Like none of that stuff matters.
Nobody cares.
The actual sale of what you're selling.
No.
Like just sell the item. Like no one cares that your teeth are messed up or you need a new stove or something. It's like why even add, like they want you to feel bad for them. So you're like, all right, I'll overpay for this thing.
There's a right. Well, the only time that's ever worked is there was a guy who posted something and he said, I usually like my AC at 68, but it will only go down to 70. So I'm selling this. I felt really bad for the guy, so I bought it. I didn't need it, but I want him to be comfortable in his own house, Yeah.
The only time is like when somebody dies and then they'll jump on the page and like, hey, I'm selling this for so-and-so. I can kind of understand that because it's usually somebody who has never been on a page before and they're trying to sell like their husband or their brother or their whoever's collection. And they're like, hey, my husband just died and I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm putting this up for sale. In which case, I think that they should shut down that post and an admin should help that person immediately
because sharks smell blood.
Oh yeah, because the sharks, and we all know plenty of them. You see them all over the pages. They'll jump all over it and try to buy everything.
Right. I mean, the IC is one of the better places for that to happen because at least very quickly before things are actually transacted, somebody will jump in and say, "Hey, don't sell anything yet. Like, let me, let a couple of regulars in here help you out." But well, I mean, that could go sideways for other reasons, again, sharks are circling. But, if you're selling something for somebody else, I don't even think you should say that. Like, you shouldn't even open yourself up to, oh, this person doesn't know what they're doing. I'm going to offer them half as much and try to take advantage.
Yeah, but there's no, how does that person know? It's usually somebody who's never listed anything on these sites before and they're trying to get help. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, that case, they should just ask for help instead of listing anything for sale. Like, hey, I have some collectibles. Don't really know what I'm doing. Is there anybody that could PM me and help out?
Still, the sharks are going to be
or not even PM. Yeah, anybody can comment here.
Hey, that blue one with the silver boots. Yeah, it's $3 figure.
Yeah. Well, I'm on several different kind of a broad spectrum of interest in action figures and toys and stuff. So really? I'm in other groups. Yeah, no kidding. I'm in other groups too, and what's crazy is they'll ask you why you're selling it. They're like, "Why are you selling that?" It's like, I'm selling it because I don't want it anymore.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't understand.
I don't care why.
I love speculation.
I mean, I guess if it was something like, I don't want to say very, very rare, but pretty rare, something that you don't see more than once or twice a year.
Yeah.
Then you might say like, oh, why is that? But usually even in those instances, let's say I've got it on my shelf back here somewhere, that body, that torso of Leia Bouche from, Lily Letty, why would somebody sell that? Well, in those cases, the person is usually saying like, I just upgraded. I got a full figure, not non-sonic welded. That's why I'm selling the chest and the head, or whatever. They'll usually say that, and that makes total sense. But other than that, I don't care why anybody is selling anything. Unless it's something, like I said, you see once or twice a year, you might be curious. But even then, you kind of just know, all right, that person is moving on, or they upgraded, or they're, liquidating some of their collection. And I don't care whether it's any of those.
Yeah,
I get asked that sometimes. They're like, "Oh, you're listing a lot of Yodas. Are you selling your Yoda collection?" I'm like, I got so many. I just need to let go of a few because I can't even enjoy them because they go in a box. You know what I mean, or in a drawer or whatever. And it's just like, I don't even look at them. So let somebody else enjoy it.
Well, it's like everybody who tags me on every like loose complete Leia.
Yeah,
it's like.
Well, I try to tag. I tagged you on one the other day.
Tag me on unusual stuff. Don't get me wrong. You tag me on a tri logo. Yeah,
on a tri logo because I know that those are harder to find. I don't even know if you have one, but
I do. Yeah, so I do. But I'll always kind of like the post or like the comment or whatever. But everybody who tags me on like a loose Leia, I mean, how many of them am I supposed to own? Like
half the time, I'll tag people on it just to bump the post for these people to keep it going.
I don't mind if people tag me, but. But it's the same sentiment. Like, how many Yodas are you supposed to own?
You tag me on the rare stuff whenever there's some crazy stuff that comes up. Like that's the kind of stuff that I like now. How many Yodas can you have, honestly?
Yeah. And I don't know enough about the bootlegs. Like, if I see a bootleg, I'll just tag you because it might be some like color that you don't have or something.
Yeah. No, and that's what I'm into now is I'm just doing that. So yeah, I appreciate a tag on that, but don't tag me on a normal Yoda.
Right.
But I got another one.
Uh-oh.
Beware of grinding of gears. How many Facebook pages do we need? I get like requests to like join one. It's like everyone wants to make a new one, and there's so many. I have so many notifications of like I don't want to be in like 50 of them.
And not even the Facebook groups, but do you ever get invited to
chats,
the local local brewery page and come join and give me a like for my law firm because I know the guy. Hey, join my law firm like page. Like,
yeah,
no.
Like my law firm from Watauga, Tennessee. It's like,
Brews.
what?
I'm on a San Diego Brews and Brats page that I never even signed up for. Then I'm like, delete. How do I get out of this?
No, wait a minute. San Diego Brews and Brats sounds like a page you should be on. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, I'm trying to go on the San Diego Brews, Babes, and Brats. That one.
Right.
I'm trying to get invited to that one.
Well, you have to work up to be an admin so you can change the name,
Yeah.
No, I hear you. Like, you get invited on random pages and businesses that are across the country. You have no interest. Somebody's just hitting like every friend that they have with these things. But then, do you guys ever get invited to these like group chats? For some of these groups,
I've been in them.
Oh my God. The last thing on earth that I want to be in is a group chat on some random group that I'm in with 700 people talking at the same time.
Shane, I didn't know what was going on. The first one I got, I'm like, oh wow, like they chose me, and I wrote in there like, hey guys, what's going on? And I was like, wait a second, there's like 900 people in this thing. They didn't choose me. They just I hopped out of that thing as fast as I possibly could.
My God. I did the same thing when they first rolled out group chats on Facebook. I think I clicked on one and it was going off like the stock market ticker, like at 9:30 open. It was going crazy. Bing, 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 bing. I was like, out in Z. I'm out of here. I don't care what anybody's saying. I'm not staying in a thing that's going off every 2 seconds.
There's so many Facebook sales like pages. Like at the end of the day, they're pretty much all the same.
Mm-hmm.
And whatever you can't sell on one, it goes to the next. You can't sell it there, it goes to the next. It's gonna go to the one that you're on anyway at some point because they go all over the place. It's crazy.
Yeah. If I have to see one more deal or no deal post where somebody says, some form of illegal, you can't put this in two places at the same time.
Yeah.
It's like, come on. Like, it's just it. And I see who it is. I don't necessarily know them, but like I recognize the name. These are not newbies. They know what they're doing. It's like, follow the rules already.
And the stuff is not precious. I mean, it's not something that's like
barely going to break $50 minimum.
Again, none of this stuff is rare. None of this stuff needs all this attention. And some of these people honestly just need to get a life.
Well, if you want to talk about during COVID, when everything was hot and heavy, I understand, the general sentiment stays the same. Don't put it on Deal or No Deal if it's a common thing. But back then, when people were, climbing over each other to buy something, I can understand. Like, I can understand, oh, you're putting this $60 item on Deal or No Deal, because who knows? You might get $100. But now the prices are what the prices are. And it's like, how much it's worth. You know what you want to get for it. Stop making a game out of it and making it last 24, 48 hours. Just post it up and be done.
Yeah.
I just don't know.
Whoa.
Oh, hey. How are you?
There he is. Frank Carvel.
Looks like he just came out of the sauna.
My gears are grinding just listening to this conversation right now.
I don't get why, like, if someone throws something on, like, IC, then on Deal or No Deal, then on eBay, like, who cares that it's auctioned in, like, 9 different sites?
Oh, they're like, hey, is this the one that's posted on eBay?
Who cares?
Is this the same eBay one?
What do you think? On eBay?
Yeah.
The guy was right who made the comment that Chris's camera looks like someone urinated, wiped cream cheese on it. It is really bad.
It's not the camera. It's the lighting right now.
Yeah,
it's the lighting glaring through the mayonnaise on your camera lens.
Nothing I can do about it right now. It's terrible.
It looks awful.
Absolutely terrible.
It
shut the lights off. Can you shut the lights off?
If I shut the lights off, it's even worse. Yeah, look.
Do you not have a ring light?
He's in the dark, Brandon. If he shuts the lights off.
There you go.
Yeah. Brandon wants the lights off here.
It looks better, actually.
It does look a little bit better.
Yeah, it looks better.
That's exactly That's exactly how it was just like two minutes ago.
You have a big head. You have a big head. Move it to the right a little bit and cover that light.
Well, his right.
Can you move the camera? There you go.
No, I'm turning that light off.
Oh, this is like
that actually looks better.
This is like the guy at the campfire. What was his name?
Here. Yeah, Jim Jones.
Jim Jones at the campfire.
So what grinds your gears, Chris?
I just signed on. I'm just listening to you guys. Yeah, this is better.
So, what grinds your gears about the podcast?
Put those lights down to 10% or something. Like they were so good right before they went off.
What grinds your gears about the podcast?
What grinds your gears about the podcast? I already said Shane's gears are grinded from John's titles that he makes.
Mm-hmm.
John's gears are grinding from Shane constantly switching the titles.
Yeah.
Mine was that. What was mine about logging in late?
Yeah, people are supposed to be on at a certain time, right?
Yeah, logging in late.
Yeah,
correct.
You have to have one.
And mine was that Shane can't get who got grinding the gears right. So
right, I said grinding gears was Chris's slogan, but that's really Brandon. He got his gears grinding about that.
My only problem is that we do this every single week, and our viewership is just not going up where it should be. And I don't know why, because I hear more and more good comments about the show, and people that don't even collect toys listen to it and think it's hysterical. And I just think we should have more than what we actually have, and I don't know why we don't.
I don't either.
I mean, we were even on the radio today, according to John.
We were.
Yeah.
According to John.
Not according to John. He sent us a recording of it.
Yeah, well,
it was factual.
I actually thought it was different. The way John explained it made sense, but I was like, oh, man, did somebody find us? Yeah. And we're going to make it huge now? John's like, no, I sent a text to the DJ, and he reads everything. So you can read on there.
He punched us all in the nuts right after he got us all.
Like, he reads anything that's on the teleprompter. You can tell him that your dog has 3 balls, and he'll read it all.
So
I didn't say that, but they were interviewing a guy who is like a collectibles expert or whatever. Okay. So I was like, here we go. And I sent a text in. And,
only John would be listening to a radio station that has a collectibles guy on for an interview. That would never happen in New York City.
You should make that.
Put that actually grinds my gears. That there's a guy sitting around listening to the show.
Could you imagine if like Z100 had a guy on who collected things? The station would burn to the ground.
Well, I thought Chris was going to say was that every week we log on and we don't have a topic. That is what really drives me nuts.
Oh, well, we came up with a solution, by the way, Brandon. You were here for that, right?
Oh, I can't wait to hear that. Yeah.
So the solution is just a one-time solution, but the next time we're sitting here staring at each other and we don't have a topic, John, and I think he agreed, John has to show us his shelf.
Oh, that's right.
That's the whole episode.
That was it. Yeah, but there's only so many times he can show us his shelf. This is going to be
it's a one-time. It's a one-off.
We are the most unprepared podcasts on YouTube.
We were prepared for today. Charles is just sitting back and letting
this whole thing where we come up with a topic, each person every week. I mean, it's working out a little bit so far, except for when that person isn't here.
It's working out.
Yeah. I mean, Charles mentioned it like 2 months ago. I think I was the only person that actually liked the idea. You were all over it, Brandon.
Yes.
John wasn't a fan. Shane still hasn't responded to it. So,
are you talking about coming up with a topic?
Yeah,
that was my idea. you see what happens on this show?
I'm perfectly fine with it,
Chris. The was warranted then. It was Shane's
idea.
Shane, the guy who doesn't even log in or on time. It was his idea.
The problem was that Shane had his idea, but he didn't tell anybody until Wednesday 8:30 when we were signing on at 8:45.
You know. It's a need to know basis, and you didn't need to know.
But we want to know.
This has turned into pet peeves about the show.
Yeah, the pet peeves. Yeah,
there's pet peeves.
Well, I have a pet peeve to share. I want no more direct messages about specific collectors who are posting thirsty pics, trying to get dates in the Midwest, the North Midwest. I don't want to know anything about that anymore. I'm not in that group. I live on the East Coast, but collectors posting thirsty pics, that's my pet peeve.
Well,
Unless
we
there's
already
toys
did.
involved.
We already did. What does a typical Star Wars fan look like?
Yeah.
So the people that are looking for the other sex or whatever, we already said what they look
Wait,
like.
did we put? We should post in our next episode on that. We're actually going to post pictures. What some of these people look like.
Well, didn't we already say that they have a lot of facial hair, they're overweight, they drink Bud Light?
We're gonna show we're going the next, it's got to be an after dark, and we're just gonna show pictures of what these people look like.
I mean, I know I probably missed most of what you guys said, but the fact that right now, like a lot of collectors that we kind of came in the hobby with are not collecting right now. There's just so many new people on, and they are just messing it up even worse than it ever was.
Like we talked about that, all the new people coming in the same. Because I said, hey, I don't really have any pet peeves for this one because it's the same things over and over, and it's because it's the new people are doing the same things that we were doing back
you
then.
were on groups, and it was a lot of the same people. Everyone know the rules. Everyone knew what you're supposed to do, what not to do. But a lot of those people are kind of gone or just not paying attention, and you got a lot of these new idiots that are on, and they just don't care. They're just coming in, throwing punches everywhere, and they're just like ruining it. They're just ruining
all
it.
over.
We don't like the new idiots. We like the old idiots.
I like the old idiots.
Yeah. We don't like the millennial idiots. We like the Gen Z idiots.
I heard you guys talking about like deal or no deal, and I don't really know what was said in total, but I'll give you my 2 cents about that.
Yeah.
Deal or no deal to me was something that was a good idea during COVID and COVID only. I think now it's a terrible idea. I think it's a terrible concept. It doesn't work for about 90% of the items because people are still putting up figures that you know exactly what the exact price is. No one is overspending on anything nowadays. Nothing. Anything. Most of it's actually going to go undervalue. So there's no point to have a deal, no deal, hoping that you find some idiot that's going to spend more on something that doesn't happen. Like it's never happening.
Deal or no deal to me is just like you said, you need to put something on there that's unique that you really have no idea what the price would be. Not a common figure. A couple weeks ago, they had a prototype weekend for some of the prototypes of some of the modern stuff and vintage stuff that's come out from Star Wars. I picked up one thing from there, but none of these things have a price. They're one of a kind usually, right? So nobody knows what they're worth. They're worth whatever somebody's going to pay. And if it hits around the price that guy paid for it, most likely, half the time these are hand-me-downs anyway. They change hands so much. People are like, that was cool. I displayed it for a year. I don't want it anymore. I'm going to put it up on deal, and I'm probably going to get the same price that I paid for it because that's probably what it's worth.
Another good concept of deal, no deal, and this is like one of the only reasons why I see people using it, is if like you go to like a flea market or if you buy a collection from someone and you happen to get like a red bar in it and the person thought it was just like a regular R5, or if you got like a hollow cheeks and you thought it was just a regular Tuscan. It's one of those things where like you don't really have any value or any money into it. You thought it was something that was regular, but now you just made a bunch of more money. You could just list it and say, you know what, even if they sell for $300 normally and it goes to like $250, $275, I'm going to sell it because it's all profit regardless at that point.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, a lot of people they're trying to get every dollar they can out of something. They don't think of it the same way.
Unfortunately,
times,
yes.
but
Most people want to get every grubby dollar that they can, but you don't always need to be like that.
Yeah, but there are some things that could flourish in an auction format of some kind, but certainly not these typical items that go for $50, $60, $70.
Even regular mocks nowadays are just not doing that. There's not a lot of bids on them anymore. There's not a lot of comments on them anymore. It just list it for a freaking sales price and that's it, and just be done. You save yourself so much time.
Yeah,
I love it.
All right, thanks very much for watching the show, everybody. This was a hell of an episode. I can't even say it. Wait till you see what John does with this and what he titles it. I'm waiting with bated breath. So please subscribe to the channel. Follow us on Patreon. Check that out. And we will see you next time on 5 Idiots Talking Long Island.